Hey, what's going on, folks? Welcome back to the neighborhood. I am John, your favorite neighbor kid, and I'm coming back again to play a little bit more Starbound Frackin Universe. It is Halloween today, so we're going to do just a little last, kind of a impromptu, off of schedule gameplay today before we continue back into, what we were doing pre-Spooktober. So let's we're gonna actually trend toward making an autopsy table and seeing what we can make with respect to creating a brain grabber. We're gonna see about the actual facilities we need. We do have to look that up really quick because we have the technology available to us already. Let's see here. Yeah, so we would need, what do we need? I actually don't know where this is created. This could be created probably anywhere, but it's likely, because this is all decorative. It is very likely going to be created. Oh, we need mad scientist stuff. And Dr. Horrible glasses. I don't know what I'm doing this all kinds of wrong. And a Rimworlder? Hell, I'm playing Rimworld right now. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is great. Okay, so we can get the autopsy table. Let's see, lead guitar. That looks dope as hell. Okay, let's quick get that mad scientist outfit because I think we've been really lacking in that department. Let's see what's available. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to worry too much about having the correct materials for it. So let's let's actually, you know what? Screw that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what is actually required for it. Silk and advanced plastic. That's easy. That's easy to do. I'm fairly certain we have those available. Let's take a look. Okay, let's try that again. I should make sure that the filter is on focus when we do that. All right, let's actually just do that. Silk fiber. Okay, so we actually have to produce the silk. We do have it, though. So let's request 90. I don't know how many it takes. And then we're going to look up plastic here. Advanced plastic. Okay, so we only need what? I'm going to assume we need less than that. I think it was actually one of each, and that's not a big deal. I'm going to request all the plastic polymer and just put it right back. Because if it's not grouped, it should be. All right. Let's take a look to see what we need to do to actually create silk. Nothing. We just need the fiber, and I'm gonna make what we can from that. And let's see. Hey, a douche hat. That's great. All right. Yeah, it was one of each, so that's good. I'm gonna make that. I'm gonna make that. Let's look. Let's see if the Dr. Horrible glasses are in here or if they are somewhere else. That makes sense. Okay. If I were glasses that needed to be created, where would I be? Not there. We would be here. I would think. Perhaps not? Maybe in here? No. That can't be right. Interesting. This is a strange situation I found myself in. So, unless I'm looking up Doctor where I should be looking up DR. Let's take a look. Little bit of madness. It is Doctor. Damn. I'm gonna, I'm gonna just look up glasses. Yeah, didn't actually think it was going to be there. Figured it was worth a shot. Yeah, more likely to be here. Let's see. Glasses. Let's take a look. No? Wow. Okay. That's actually kind of interesting. All right. Be nice if I knew where I could produce things. It would be very nice, but it's also possible that it's here. Yeah, mining laser. No. Not likely to be there. Not. Oh, what? Yeah, that's Cinium. Really not here? Oh, goggles. My God, Becky. All right. Glass, iron. Let's get some glass. We just grab 10 of them. Now, these are iron bars, I assume, because it would be crazy for them not to be. And we'll get 10 of that as well. All right, let's go make our goggles. Took a little bit too long. All right, things we have. There we go. Now we can at least look the part. Let's see. Is this Madness Resist? See, that's sort of where we want to go with. Raise goggles, look friendlier. Perfect. All right, so we are going to... Actually, I would like to just switch out... Well, you know what? Screw it. Honestly, I'm surprised we don't have these already, but... You know, whatever. I'm gonna pop quick back up to the station. I do realize that I've got a mannequin there for a reason. If I'm gonna want to preserve that basic look that I've been working with for so long, might as well do it in a way that's reasonable. Let's see. Yeah, we can go back to that later. We're going full on mad scientist today, as best as possible. Now, autopsy table. That is likely going to be just through here. Or not. Okay, now herein lies the trick. Where, if I were an autopsy table, where would I be? There we go. All right, titanium tungsten. I will go ahead and save a little bit of time here. And craft that beast, and also, let's see. What is this called? The Brain Extractor. Okay. That's really all I wanted to grab. Brain Extractor. That's probably somewhere, like, that's probably under one of the more specialized tools, if I had to guess. If it's not just on the autopsy table itself. Not here. Not there. Yeah. Brain Extractor, there we go. All right, we need 120 madness. And we do have all of these things. And, you know, I'm gonna treat myself. You know, trick or treat, etc. Etc. Wait a second, that's weird. Hold on. Hold on a second here. That's really interesting. when we gave ourselves admin, we actually had... Oh. I was just looking at Brain, wasn't I? Okay. Well, there we are. Alright. So, let's go ahead, slap our Brain Extractor in here. And I hope I don't forget about that. Alright. If I... Okay. I should read the manual. I should RTFM. Collects brains from enemies, counts as a bioweapon. It's likely we will want to upgrade this. Special Shadow Lance. Extracts target's brain at the moment of death. Okay. Let's see if we can give this an upgrade or two. Which I'm remembering now, we can do... Not matter manipulator. Do through the tricorder entirely. Let's see if it's available. Oh, I guess not. Wait. Did I just see it? There it is. Okay. And I don't think this gives us that. I don't think that this gives us the power to upgrade things. Yeah, we need the actual modules for that. Which, if I remember correctly, was one of the things that we were working toward in the first place. But, you know, that's where we're at. That is where we are at. Got my spooky coffee here today. My spiced up coffee with the, you know, now standard pumpkin spice situation. It has some of my own added things here. Let's see. Let's take a look. Do we have any at all? We have 5. And I don't remember how many we needed. So I'm gonna grab those. And we'll pop down. I'm thinking after we get, once Spooktober is over, after we get the crystal situation figured out and we're able to start, I think we need to get diamonds for the upgrade modules. I can't even remember what we were getting the crystals for in the first place, but we'll have access to them, so that'll be nice. I'm thinking that we want to start going toward what I was saying that we should do, which is working towards some sort of confectionery business. Okay, let's see. Our upgrade situation we could have done right up there. I could have figured it out. Oh, well, that's all right. What is... It's very interesting. It seems like our menus... I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't understand. All right, Brain Extractor. We only need 3. Okay, let's do that. We got an upgraded Brain Extractor. Let's see. Better damage. Better pizza. That Shadowlands takes it's got a long boot up time. Alright, you beast. Ooh. Inferior brain. Okay, we're getting the brains, baby. We got the brains. We got the tools. We got the talent. I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of fun. This is a little bit fun. There's a black bunny over there. And some frogs. I do want to see what the Shadowlands does. Okay. I think you do... Oh, maybe you don't. Ooh, strange matter. Storage matter. Oh, nice. Oh, that's right. We have the checkpoint for the cave right here. I have forgotten. It's been a long time since I've actually done this. Holy goodness. Oh, hey. You thought you could get away? Get back here. Got some superior brains? Interesting. That's good. Hello? Nice. I don't know what was happening there. Whew. I don't know how many brains we've got. Okay, let's take this and let's pop back and see what we're working with here. I think autopsy, or the brains are used for crafting or in some capacity. Making more brains, which I don't know what that will do for us. Oh man. Goodness, how am I gonna want to do this? Okay, thank you. That's all right. I suppose I could make a sub-basement. But that would take a while, I think. I guess what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up. Let's see, what do I have on for building materials at the moment? That's some basic building materials. I think we'll do one of the worst possible ideas I think that I've had, which is we're gonna go build a creepy horror lab on an Atropos planet, which, you know, terrible plan. But that's what we're gonna do. All right, let's see. Tell me that I saved at least one meat planet. I didn't, did I? Oh, son of a nugget. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is, first of all, we're going to pop down to this planet because if I'm going to need more sulfur, this is where I'm going to want to go. So we're going to save this. Shoot, I should have checked my bookmarks to see what the naming conventions, because I've already forgotten. I got to go through and just at some point just rename things so that they make sense. Alright, so let's go ahead, find our flags, put a flag down. Beautiful. I'm going to say, the 03 Sulfur World, hooray. And accepted. Then we'll be able to come right to that place. If we don't already have one of those bookmarked. Now let's go to a meat planet. Against my better judgment. Of course, we have to find one. Unknown is not the same. Tropus, there we go. That's the one that that's the one we went to last time, apparently. So let's hop over there. We could honestly put the autopsy table on here, but we are not going to. Furnace, there we go. I'm gonna... yeah. With a lab? Who knows? And then let me actually do something with that. Which is to say, pop into orbit there. Fly right by a star. Which is ill-advised, by the way. Very ill-advised. Great. I love that song so much. It's such a key song to my childhood. That song comes from my first introduction to Final Fantasy on the whole. Mental state deteriorating. Yes, of course. All right, let's go ahead. Slap down. All right, now let's possibly, kind of ironically, carve out an area. Let's see if I can figure out. Carve out a section here, right on the brains. You should start sleeping in the cargo holds of strangers and leaving strange notes. Okay, that's interesting. It's an interesting outlook on things, I think. All right, let's trim things down. Oh man, I need to trim deeper. Or I can just put the brains back. Also unacceptable. Where are you, brains? You're the thing that looks like brains, right? Yep, there we go. Or all right, let's do that. Cut into that. Beautiful. A little bit of blood. Huh. Rain. Huh. Alright, this is possibly a little bit bigger than I had really anticipated. Should try experimenting with those radioactive materials by ingesting them. I mean, I regularly ingest a radioactive material. That's just how, bananas work, though. And let's do that for the base there. Tungsten tech. Alright, I'm gonna have to ask you to move. If you would be so kind. And then we got the... What is this? Alloy roofing. Well, I'm gonna go with... Alright. We're gonna do that. And got... Let's make with the... I don't know, that looks like strange roofing. I'm not gonna really argue with that, but... Death is an illusion. Also great. What was I gonna use? I was gonna use these guys. These are supports? You know what? Yeah. I'll say that. Then I will say more supports. I'm going to say that. I did not measure this out. And that's okay, because I was going to do... See how many we got on the other side. We got 2, 5. 3, 4, 5. And that actually is going to work. Oh, I don't know if I have a door with me. Do I have a door? I do. Good. That will work. Some glass fencing there. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. This was the... Tungsten tech block, okay. No, okay. Yeah, you gotta get... Okay. I remember having trouble with this kind of stuff in the past, I want to say. Alright, let's get... What do we say? Black sliding door. What are we gonna do? What are we doing here? Titanium door. Alright. Alright, lady, get out of the way. Come on. Come on now. Okay, it's too short. No, don't you dare walk. Alright. Everything's fine. I don't know that glass is the right motif, but perhaps. Is that right? One. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we got that. Let's see here. I'll beam those. How do these stack? Just like that. All right. And we'll say, yep, we're going to do that. Okay, what? It's really weird. Oh, I see what I'm doing here. Okay. Let's see. And those, yeah, those stack like that. Let's see. What do we have that stacks in a more reasonable manner vertically? Not that. Well, I don't know why. That one I knew. Like, I knew that one was not going to stack the way I wanted it to. Don't know what I was trying for, honestly. All right, let's see. I have no idea what that's trying to say to me. And that's probably fine. Okay, lady, if you could close that door and keep it closed, that'd be great. My God, I don't understand some people. Metal piping? Oh, there's already like goo growing on it. Great. So maybe what I want to do is this. Yeah. There we go. And lunar base blocks, we use that as the... Okay, so this... I placed in the wrong spot. Okay, let's see how I want to close this down. I use the... Let's use the plasteel vert wall. Great. All right. So maybe I don't want to have glass. Yeah. Let's not have glass. Let's actually just have... I'm gonna figure out where the damn thing is. There you go. All right. There it is. All right, and then we'll just have the plasteel. Is this the vertical paneling? And then we can have some, like, more reasonable background going on there. Let's see. Reasonable lighting. Waterproof light. What do we got? What do we got? Got simple wall. We got the bright lights. We got intercom. Got broken ship light. Oh, we got ship light. Okay. You know, it helps. You know, here. You know what? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go back up. I'm gonna leave you, and then you're not gonna open the door. Oh, goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. I tell you. All right, good. You're here. Excellent. All right. I don't require your services at the moment. So, all right, let's see. Where is... Actually, technically, I need to do... Let's put it on 1. I mean, it's not a main base. Oh, there was a spot for bio-ooze already? Or did I make that? I must have made that. Did I make more than one? Goodness, I have no idea. Alright. On the plus side, I'm going crazy. Here we go. We got Creepy Lab here. Got our Creepy Lab. Negative displays. I don't want a big one. I want... Yeah. Like one of them. One of those, I think. Alright, let's find our autopsy table. Excellent. And I think... move these lights over a little bit. So I can have a third one. That's not centered, is it? It's not going to be centered. Son of a nugget. Oh, well. Ooh. Maybe that's even more appropriate. It is and is not at the same time. Oh, is this just going to be too tall? It is. Damn it. That would have been absolutely perfect. That would have been just magnificently spot on. that. Let's do this. And do I have like a... Sure, why not? That's perfect. Here's what we'll do. We'll do... Oh, man. We'll do not exactly not what I wanted to do, because it's not gonna work. Because this is size, it's size 2, you know, it's not as wide as I need it to be. Fluorescent light. Is this 3? That is what I wanted. Okay, cool. Oh, hi. All right. So we got that. Let's see what we can do with this autopsy table here. See, what have I got lying around, if anything? Do I have horrible corpses? Extractor. All right. Let's see. That's always good. That's just... Let's see. Brain? Ooh. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Just got some madness coming on through it. We got cell material. That is, I think, very helpful. I think we need that. Superior brains get us 2. Okay. Let's see. What about flesh strands? Anything? Couldn't say. Couldn't say. Doesn't look like it. Now, I swear... All right. Yeah, I think this is just going to kind of work on its own. All right, let's take a look here. What our research is... All right, we're already at 410. That's nice. Psionic battery? Oh, interesting. Superior Brait and psionics. Ooh. Okay. There's some psionic stuff here, and that's 700, so we got to get just a little more. Little more madness. Gonna get some more madness. Gotta get a little crazy. Whoa, did I just gain, like, an absolutely nuts amount? Do I gain extra from being on a madness-inducing planet, or what's the deal here? Or is this like food where sometimes you get double the amount? I don't know. This is very interesting. Alright. Let's take a look. 906. Gonna research that. Oh, what are you? Monstrous visages. Well, let's read the thing. The energy that binds all things, the very life essence of the cosmos, is at long last a thing you can quantify. While the results are less than concrete, you cannot deny the truths you have discovered in your studies. You can now use brains and their psionic energy to accomplish incredible things. Wonderful. I will forget most of this by next time. Ooh, the king in yellow. Oh, great. Oh, EPP augment? That's crazy. Crunchy evil chick? Deluxe crunchy chick. Oh, great. That's straight out of inspired painting. Interesting. Strange carving. See, yeah, this is what we're holding when we're eating it. Oh, my little Cthulhu. That's adorable. Magical girl contract? Oh, Jesus. All right, well, that's all the time we got today, but so that's where we're gonna cut it off. Anyway, I want to thank you for coming to hang out today. You know, I'm on Halloween. I appreciate it. But this is where we're gonna cut it off. So thanks for coming to hang out. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything. You know, I do stream every weekend, Saturday, Sunday on Twitch. If you want to check it out. And if you want to come hang out with the rest of the neighborhood, you can do that on Discord. And you can find links for both of these things down in the description below, along with an option to donate if you're feeling real generous. And but I do appreciate everything you do, even, you know, like, comment, subscribing, that sort of thing with YouTube. But just watching is fantastic as well. So thank you so much for that. Thanks for checking out the video. From my house to yours, I'm John the Neighbor Kid, and I will see you folks next time. Bye-bye now.